Hey, this is the Fight Nerd, and joining me now is the new power couple of mixed martial arts, George and Zoila Jorge. How's it going today, guys?
We're doing good. How you guys doing? Thanks for having us.
I know, I'm still getting used to saying Zoila Jorge. It's weird going from Zoila Frausto to Jorge now, since it's all happened so fast. Was it as fast as for you guys as it was for us fans?
No, I mean it wasn't fast. I mean, it all happened. Well, yeah, I guess it all happened pretty fast. But we both know exactly what we wanted, and we both found it. So we did it.
When you know what you wanted, it just happens that way. It's funny because I think a lot of people were speculating they were getting married because she was pregnant or accidentally pregnant or something like that. There was nothing to do with it. I think our lives are so public already that bothered actually because a lot of people and even some fans that we decided to have our marriage in a very, very private ceremony with our pastor from church, our church, and our strength and conditioning coach and his wife were the only witnesses, and Dorian Price, our Muay Thai crew. There's only 3 people invited to the wedding, so it was just a private ceremony. We wanted to do something for ourselves instead of for everybody else. The big party is actually in Brazil in December, so that's going to be for everybody else.
All right, you mentioned also, just before we talk about that Brazil wedding in December, you mentioned about, there are rumors about Zoila being pregnant. I remember on April 1st, you actually posted on Facebook that you were. So was that April Fool's joke, or is that legit?
That was a huge April Fool's joke, and I played along with it for a while, and I let it go, and George got it kind of.
I didn't think that was funny at all.
I thought it was pretty funny because a lot of people believed it, and I was just like, "Am I that really that stupid? Come on!" I just won a world championship. I'm barely new to this game. I've barely learned anything in MMA, and to get pregnant right now is not my plan at all. I don't plan on having any kids anytime soon.
All right, well,
and I think George agrees with that.
Yep, if she did, I'll punch her in the jiu-jitsu room. Or punch her in the stomach.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys got me good with that one. You had me going for that one, so I had to check that one out today. But all right, so you guys mentioned you're going to December to do a big Brazil wedding. So tell us a little bit about what goes on in one of these big Brazilian weddings, and how you guys gonna pull that one off? That's a big trip to make for a wedding, a big destination wedding.
Yeah, it all works with our main plan. So I see myself doing a lot of things that I never thought of I was going to be doing. Number 1, getting married. Number 2, like having a wedding. I always thought weddings is just a waste of money throwing a party for everybody else, but your mind changes and it just kind of you shoot your own foot with your own words sometimes. And we're excited. We're going to go to Brazil. We haven't distributed invitations or sent invitations yet. So Mike Goldberg, our good friends are we're going to listen to this. Don't get butt hurt because we didn't get an invitation yet. We're going to send it out. But it's December 28th. Our whole families we're going to disappear Christmas in America. We're going to be in Brazil for 20 days, and we set up a normal, very traditional Catholic wedding in a real nice church from my hometown of Fortaleza. Then the reception is in the roof of the biggest hotel there facing the sea. So it's going to be a really, really nice wedding. All my friends from here is going. Rich, with Franklin and John Studman are my best man. Our whole family is going. Marcus Davis is coming. It's gonna be one to remember.
Yeah, sounds like it's gonna be a great time. Now, George, the last time we saw you in the cage was back in March when you tapped out Billy Vong in about under a minute, about 44 seconds. Now, how are you feeling since that fight? That was a pretty quick win over a guy who came in as a last-minute replacement also. So how are you feeling since then?
I feel good. I did the same thing I've always done. Talked to Monty actually yesterday about it, Matt. I stopped doing what I've always done. Here's a life story. I fight, and get hurt or not, I try to ride the peak and continue fighting because if you remember every single interview, every single chance I had after that fight with Billy Vaughn, I asked him to fight again, to please line me up again immediately because I barely had broken a sweat. And when you fight and you're a veteran for 12 years, fighting yourself healthy, 100% healthy to fight, it's a gift. It's not every day that you don't have injuries and 100% healthy. So I asked to fight, and I keep trying to train hard. I end up getting myself hurt and having to take time off and start from scratch again. So that's what happened. I have a little situation here with my hip flexor. I have to take 2 or 3 weeks off now, and I should be expected back in the end of July.
All right, now are we going to be seeing you fight around July in that case, or maybe a little further down the line?
Me? Yes. I'm already scheduled for the July card or the August card. I don't know yet.
Okay. Do you have any ideas for opponents yet, or do you have any names that you've been looking at?
No. As a matter of fact, Monty Cox, my manager, they wanted me to fight. They go in a short week notice, which I'm always okay with that. But since I'm injured right now, I couldn't take it. They wanted me to early June, which is in a month. I have to go. I only cleared to train a full go June 1st, actually. So I asked if it was going to be okay to do late July or August. And he said, let me give him a call back. He called Bob Cook, and within 5 minutes, he said, okay, we're all good for the end of July. I'm like, just like that? He goes, just like that. I'm like, okay then. So I can rest and rest my groin, train my wife, make sure she's learning jiu-jitsu and wrestling and all other stuff she's able to also learn and even make her game even better and harder for her to be defeated. Train my fighters, run my school, and when it comes June 1st, I'll get in camp again to get ready for the end of July.
All right, sounds good. Now, do you and Zoila have any thoughts on Zuffa purchasing the company that you're fighting in right now, George, Strikeforce? Is this going to be a good thing or a bad thing for the sport?
Man, I stopped thinking about it, man, to be honest with you. It's just, you touched a subject that's really, really broad right there. It's not about the merger. It's about a monopoly. If you pay attention, every single male professional fighter on this planet pretty much works for the same company, for Zuffa, and under the same boss now is Dana White. So it's a monopoly, but it's just kind of a deja vu for me. Been there, done that. Go to the UFC, back to Strikeforce, back at the UFC. I've had a lot of great times in the sport. I've been fighting for 12 years. As long as I have a job and I get to fight good people, I don't care where it is. And I'm just happy that I'm still able, healthy, and ready to fight whoever. So Strikeforce, UFC, it doesn't matter. As long as I have a good job and an opponent in front of me, I'm good to go.
All right, well, hopefully George will keep having a job. But Zoila, something that I want to ask about, too, it related to that possible merger down the line. Dana White has still said he's not too interested in promoting women's MMA. So let's say, eventually a year from now, Strikeforce is completely gone. Women's MMA is more or less only going to be in Bellator. Well, how do you see the rest of women's MMA panning out?
I really don't. I have no idea when it comes to that in Strikeforce. I don't see Dana changes his mind anytime soon. So I'm actually glad to be with Bellator, but I don't know. There's way too much going on, and I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm just glad to be with Bellator. That's all I gotta say.
All right, well, it's good to watch you in Bellator, of course, and it's easy to catch you guys on TV all the time now. I want to actually talk about your last fight, Zoila. I remember you injured your hand, so I just want to check on how that injury is, and if you have any idea when we're going to see you back in action.
I feel that my injury is 100% back. But I have to go back to my doctor and get an X-ray and make sure that that everything's healed up and ready to go. I've been training. I've been rolling live, and it hasn't been bothering me at all. I'm ready to start striking again, and I really want to get to a fight soon. Hopefully by August, September. I want to fight soon. So we'll see.
All right, now back in the Bellator tournament finals, you beat Megumi Fuji, and that was Megumi's first loss, which was a big deal. So how does that feel to dethrone a living legend in women's MMA?
It was an amazing feeling. I mean, and nobody's been able to do it, and I kept telling myself that I was going to be able to do something that nobody could ever do, and I did it, and I did it again, and it was a pretty amazing feeling, and nobody could compare.
And looking ahead to season 5, we're hoping we're going to see you back there as well. So do you know if Bellator's planning to do a 115-pound tournament to choose the challenger for your belt?
I don't see them doing a 150-pound tournament to challenge me for my belt. I think they're just going to throw somebody at me, which is a little weird because they have tournaments, and they have those winners fight the current champ for the men. But I don't see them doing that for the women, and I'd like to stay at 115 pounds. But I think they're going to have a 125-pound tournament that they would like for me to participate in. I'd like to fight at that tournament, but I'd also still like to fight at 115 pounds. So we'll see. I really don't. I have no idea. They haven't been in contact with me since I broke my hand. So I don't know. We'll see.
Do you think Bellator would want you to be a champion at 2 different weight classes, or would they want you to only be champ in one?
I really don't know what they want, but
doesn't matter what they I don't care what they want. She's gonna be champion in 2 weight classes, and that's how it's gonna go down.
Okay, before I could speak, he pretty much yelled out what I was gonna say. Yeah, it really does not matter what they want. What's gonna happen is what's gonna happen. It's inevitable. I mean, they're gonna if they have a 125 pound tournament, then I'll go up there and I'll take that, and then I'll keep my belt at 115 pounds. So either way, whatever they want, it's just the way it's gonna go.
All right. Well, between those 2 weight classes, are there any fighters that you specifically would like to try and fight?
There's a lot of fighters that want to fight me, and in both of those weight classes, there's not really. I don't care who I fight. I mean, just as long as they're ranked. I'd like to fight Jessica Aguilar again to shut a lot of people up and to show people that I did win. So I'd like to get that win again. Other than that, whoever they put in front of me, I'll take. Doesn't matter. I just want to fight, and I want to stay up top, and I want to get to number 1 at 25. So whoever I got to fight to get there, we'll do that. I mean, I fought Rosie Sexton, and she was number 1, but somehow I dropped down to number 2, and LaRose is there, so I'd like to take that. But I believe she's with another organization, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. 15, I'm at 1, and whoever. I like to fight whoever. It doesn't matter in either of those weight classes.
So whoever gets in your way better watch out, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're all gunning for me. A lot of them talk, and a lot of them, say my name and want me, so come get me. It's not going to be that easy, though.
All right, well, Zoila and Georgia, if you'd like, go ahead and thank your sponsors and let us know how we could keep up to date with you guys.
We always would like to thank our coaches first, Crudoy and Bryce. Mike Ferguson, more than anybody, he's the guy that keeps us always in shape and in better condition than all of our opponents. Everybody from our team and our school, Dave Mulligan, Jeremiah helps us so much. Judge Stutzman is my black belt that runs my school for me and lets me pursue my dream. Our families are so supportive of us, both of our parents and our students. We're surrounded. I've always been surrounded by a great team. Now I have my wife surrounded by great coaches, great training partners, and a great team. If I made her, she herself, she has all the credit, but if I could help her achieve what she achieved with hardly any training, any skill, you guys don't even know what's coming towards the female MMA way. After I have more 6 months to get her ready to wrestle in on the ground, nobody's going to beat Zoila. Nobody. Not at 115, not at 125. So thanks to the team, thanks to everybody that supported us. I'm patting myself in the back for doing a good job with my wife and making a world champion. So thanks to myself. and that's it. We're happy. It's 2011 has been a great year for us, and it's just getting better. So everybody out there that's gunning for us, please, you have a warm welcome.
All right. Well, congratulations again to both of you on your wedding, and and the second wedding as well. And thank you very much for your time today, Zoila and George.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for having us. Have a great day, Matt.